And welcome into another edition of Hockey Time here in the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios on the campus of Lawrence Technological University. Special shout out, as always, to our friends from Alta. We can't do what we do without you as well. He's Mike Aviso. I'm Sean Belegian. Mike, coming off another fantastic weekend out in Chelsea, but this week is the special week. It's the showcase in Trenton, the MIHL showcase, the granddaddy of them all. Mike, really one of the most special weeks of the season.
Yeah, I mean, they get all the top teams there. You get the matchups that you want from people coming down. Calumet CC this year, that's going to be a dandy. You look at all of them. The Stevenson RU rematch, Sean, that one's going to be a good one, but we'll get to that later, I'm sure.
One of my favorite things, and shout out to the guys at the showcase. Mike, I love that they've expanded the field. I love that there are more games. I love that there are more teams. Hey, listen, this is an honor to be one of the teams going to this tournament. So the more the merrier. It's great hockey. Come on out to Trenton. Kennedy is a fantastic facility. Mike, the accommodations, the courtesy, second to none. I mean, just a bunch of great people that are going to take care of you down there.
Yeah, all the parent volunteers to the people that actually work at the hockey rink, they treat us, they roll out that red carpet for us. They always have something special for us in the food room and stuff that we get to eat. The people in the restaurant, they're nice, very accommodating. Again, top notch all the way around.
Looking forward to it. And of course, we'll get into this a little later. Yes, state champs will be out there. We'll be out there all 3 days in one way, shape, or form. But a couple games to tell you about and a really cool thing we got planned for Saturday. But first things first, you know how we like to roll on this show. Talk about some of the great stories happening all around the state. And Mike, one of the interesting things when you and I were talking about this just a couple days ago, there are some great divisional battles going on all over the place. We're going to take a look at some of these divisional battles. But first, the Battle of Rochester. A few years ago at the OAA Media Day, one of the young players from Rochester, Stony Creek, those guys, he dropped a those guys on them. This has become a fantastic rivalry, one of so many in the great state of Michigan. And how about Stony Creek? What a huge win for Stony Creek. They are on a heater right now. Shout out to Coach Emery. Big win over RU.
Yeah, both teams came in hot. Stony Creek, 11 wins in a row. RU was undefeated in 7. For Stony Creek, it was Kai Rowland with 38 saves. Cole Chemlowski, their leading scorer, got the game-winning goal. For RU, they've already put this game behind them, I think. They've moved on. They had a nice bounce-back win against Plymouth, where their leading scorers, Nolan Heiser and Zach Brennan, teamed up to get the overtime winner. They're getting ready for Trenton. I can see it. They may have looked past them a little bit, but they got FHC and Stevenson coming out. RU's going to be all right.
Yeah, 2 tough battles there, but again, hey, shout out Stony Creek. Fantastic on a heater. We noticed, no doubt about that. Hey, let's head to the Big North. Mike, I think our first show of the year, you were talking up Petoskey. Of course, Alpena has become one of the usual suspects. There's no doubt about that. What a battle in the Big North.
Yeah, Petoskey's got 7 straight wins before the Chelsea Showcase. It was Evan Kring and Nick Tim sharing the net, getting those 7 wins. For Alpena, 4 straight wins. They're doing it with offense. We know Player of the Year, Gavin Winterstein, but keep an eye on Clark Weir. He's got 8 points in his last 3 games. These teams play each other February 13th. It could be for the whole kit and caboodle. Be there.
How fantastic is that? Hey, you know what? How about the Mac White? Marysville, this is another one of those teams. They've been in the mix the last few years. Lance Cruz, certainly they've made some noise in the past. Quite the battle going on in the Mac White.
Yeah, Marysville's being led by a guy we know, Luke Thick, right? But keep an eye on Austin Boyle. He's having a heck of a year himself. Lance Cruz, they've had a hot January making their run. They're being led by Leo Urbanski's goal scoring.
Another great battle that we're keeping an eye on is the battle in the Metro West. How about Groseal? Great job by Coach Sebastian there. And the Wyandotte Roosevelt Bears. It's fantastic. What a great story, great battle there.
Yeah, how about Wyandotte? They've had a recent 5-game win streak where they're averaging over 7 goals a game, led by Eli Harley's 21 points in 5 games. Grosse Ile, they're doing it with defense. They've only allowed 2 goals a game, and with Adam Mooney and Braden Chesser in net.
I love some of the battles going on because in some of these divisions, Mike, here you're talking about a lot of teams that maybe there are 2 teams near the top of the division. Why don't we go to the MIHL? Trenton, De La Salle, Gabriel Richard in their side, anybody's division.
Yeah, the MIHL South is real tight there. Trenton's starting to get it right. They gave CC all they could handle last week. We know Donovan Durbin. But Brett Allen, what a playmaker. He's their leading scorer. Keep an eye on him. For De La Salle, they tied Trenton this weekend to keep themselves alive in this race. Keegan Taylor's 8 points in the last 4 games could be the difference maker for them. Let's not forget about Gabriel Richard. We know we like Gabriel Richard and that grit and sandpaper. Huge 3-0 win against Country Day. It was James Yaks in net for the shutout, Sean. This kid's played 2 games this year, 2 shutouts. Is that any good?
I think it's pretty good. Hey, this is fantastic. Here's another one of those battles. How about in mid-Michigan? Thumb area, FNV, Tawas. Shout out to Tawas. We both love the Tawas area. Shout out to Friels. But what a great, fantastic matchup that is in mid-Michigan.
This one's going to be wild, Sean, with the Thumb area being led by Peyton Bowerman's 20 points in the last 7 games. Then you got FNV. I talked to their coach up in Alpena. He loved his team. I really think he loves Tristan Pohl. 7 points against Tri-Valley, 60 points this season. He could be their difference maker. Then we got Tawas. Their leading scorer, Zach Miller, has 38 points. He gives them a chance to win every night. But here's the kicker. All 3 of these teams all still have to play each other. This is going to be a crazy ending to this race.
South Central's a great one, too. I know we touched on this earlier in the year. Mattawan has really kind of made a name for themselves, I think, in the past year plus. But Kalamazoo United, Mike, trying to do the same thing, and they are locked in a great battle in South Central.
2 more teams I got to witness up in Alpena. We know Mattawan's going to lean on Gavin Weech in net, but this weekend it was Maverick Van Holcomb with the shutout against Jenison. For Kalamazoo, if they're going to catch Matawan, it's going to be due to their leading scorer and captain, Brady Penny, 11 goals in the last 6 wins.
Big battle going on in the SEC Red as well. How about Saline? Obviously, you know they got themselves one heck of a goaltender. And one of the great stories, we touched on it earlier, but it bears repeating in lieu of this great battle going on in the SEC Red. Saline and Skyline.
Yeah, Saline's on fire. 6-3 in their last 9. That includes a 9-1 win against Skyline. They're being led, Sean, by Antonio Giacalone. Giacalone, 17 points in the last 6 wins. Skyline, they've got a big league game tonight after this show on Monday against Ann Arbor Huron. Keep your eyes on Lucas DeYoung. He's had 9 points in the last 5 games.
So that's a look at some of the great battles going around the state. Speaking of around the state, we always appreciate our counterpart, Johnny Kidd, in the house. He's got a conversation with a sailor.
Back inside the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio for the Coach's Corner, brought to you by our friends at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. I am joined today by the head coach at Mona Shores High School, Chris Benedict. Chris, welcome back to Hockey Time.
Hey, kid. Good to be here.
All right, so just talk a little bit about your guys' season so far. You know, we caught up with you guys right before the holiday, you know, the big win over Reese Puffer.
It's been good for us. I like our team, the direction we're going. We're starting to play a little more consistent. Haven't really gotten the results that we've wanted to, but we're definitely playing much better now. So I think results will come. Yeah, the Reese Puffer win was nice. They did pay it back to us though. So high school hockey.
What have you been telling your team as we approach the playoffs here in a few weeks?
The biggest thing that I'm telling them is just stay consistent, stay within what we do, what we can control, and just play our game.
And then just talk a little bit about the OK Conference, the quality of hockey out on the west side of the state. Obviously, there's been west side representation at USA Hockey Arena over the last few years with Byron Center and East Grand Rapids and Forest Hill Central and Sparta. Just talk about the quality of play out on the west side.
I mean, it's really come a long way since I played. I won't say when I graduated because I don't want to age myself, but you know, I would say the majority of the games are all close, very competitive, and I think the West Side has really upped their game. And
all right, and lastly, I ask every coach this on the Coach's Corner: what do you love most about coaching high school hockey? And you obviously had the opportunity to coach your son Trent a few years ago. Just how cool is it to coach high school hockey?
I tell everyone, like, this is my dream job, Mona Shores. Like, I graduated from Mona Shores, and it's been a lot of fun just giving back to the place that I played and I graduated, and teaching these guys not only just hockey but life lessons, and so they can be successful or more successful as they graduate and head off into the real world. So yeah, it's a blast. Like, the friendships, like, guys that I've played with now have kids that are coming through. Like, I've a guy that I played with in college. His son's a freshman this year, so also aging myself. But it's a blast. I love it. I don't think there's anywhere else I'd rather be.
Well, thank you very much, Coach, for taking the time here on the Coach's Corner. And as always, from myself, Mike, and Sean, we really appreciate all the support from the Mona Shores community for Hockey Time over the years.
Absolutely. We love you guys.
All right, so that was our Coach's Corner, brought to you by our friends at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios.
Thank you, John. Always appreciate it. And thank you, as always, for joining us here on State Champs Hockey Time, presented by our friends at 1-800-CALL-SAM. And, of course, our friends at Alta. Mike, we've been talking about the Wall Award. We've been talking about the Player of the Year, the 1-800-CALL-SAM Wall Award. Let's start there. We've got to change. We can't ignore this guy any longer. He's put up fantastic numbers all year, a renaissance for the Yellow Jackets. Let's welcome onto our 1-800-CALL-SAM Wall Award list, Bonner Upshaw.
Yeah, welcome to the list, Bonner. You've earned this. 10-4 this year, a .934 save percentage, 205 goals against. The last 6 games, Sean, he's facing over 31 shots a game. That's a lot of shots. That includes a 54 save performance against Liggett.
And, of course, not to be undone, we told you there'll be changes. We've had a few changes. I promise you, after Trenton, there will be more. That's always what we refer to as moving week. We're on that big stage in front of everybody, of course, where a lot of our committee can watch as well. Somebody has a chance to make a star of themselves. But this week, in our 1-800-CALL-SAM studio Player of the Year award, how about welcome to Nick Gould.
Nick Gould, welcome to the Player of the Year list, buddy. 34 goals, 51 points. There's only been 3 games that he hasn't recorded a point this year. But you know what's about those 2 of those games? They were against Bonner Upshaw. Our Wall Award, there's a little catch there. In the last 15 games, Nick Gould has been absolutely on fire with 27 goals. Again, welcome to the list.
And of course, you can be a part of this. All you need to do is go to our website and you can vote early and vote often. I know Chuck's going to put both lists up, the 1-800-CALL-SAM Wall Award list and the 1-800-CALL-SAM Player of the Year list. So there's your list right now. If you think we're overlooking somebody, by all means, drop a note, send us a tweet, a DM, whatever the case may be. We'll throw it at the committee, and if need be, we will make changes. Here's our criteria. This is what we swear by. Now, there's a reason why we tell you to go to our website, because the simple fact of the matter is, you know, if your guy wins the online vote, he's automatically in the Final Four. That's it. The committee picks the other 3, but yes, you have the chance to put your guy into the Final Four. So vote early, vote often. Can't thank our friends with Sam Bernstein, 1-800-CALL-SAM, enough for this. And jumping in and being the title sponsor for this award. It truly is a pretty cool thing. Mike, last few moments, but programming note. If you're interested in seeing what's going on in Trenton, well, the first suggestion I would make is go out there. It's fantastic. It is, to me, Mike, it's can't miss. No matter what I have going on in my life with my various jobs, I always make a point to get down to Trenton at least for a few hours, oftentimes 2-3 times a year. Mike, I know we're going to have cameras out there on Thursday night, and on Friday, we're going to be pretty busy as well. I'm going to let Mike Iversel tell you what Game Time Live is going to be doing out in Trenton.
We've got 2 games on Friday night in that main Feldman Arena. The first game's going to be CC Calumet. Calumet's coming down, crossing the bridge, coming down from the UP to get a taste of what CC is. This is going to be a great game. We've got Nathan Londo. Can't wait to get eyes on him. He's having a heck of a year. And, of course, Eric Locus, right?
Yep.
For Calumet. And they got a goalie that I'm going to butcher this name. You come find me and tell me if I did. But Bo Yakuri. What a season he's having. I think he's played every game that they've had. And in net for CC, one of our Wall Award nominees, Nicholas Kogut, he's having another, well, he didn't. He just had another good week with a couple big wins.
Fantastic game, and then we're not done. He did say 2 games. What are we doing after that, Mike?
Oh, we're going to do Trenton, the home team. Trenton, we know your guys. We know Brett Allen. We know Donovan Durbin. But what we want to see is the fans. This better be a turnout to play St. Ed's. St. Ed's is always a team. You don't know quite what you're going to get. They've got some offense, but I tell you what, they're going to play with some sandpaper. They're going to be well coached, and they're going to play hard. This is going to be a great nightcap.
But wait, there's more. It's like one of those commercials, right? But wait, there's more. We're going to be back out there on Saturday. How about this? A live edition of Hockey Time. We're going to be out there from 2 to 3:30, but even Chuck, our executive producer, was like, we can take it as long as we want. So listen, we have some special guests planned, some coaches that are going to stop by, but I'm serious when I say this, Mike. If we see one of our buddies walk by, hey, Coach Giacchino, come talk to us a couple minutes from Calumet. Hey, Micah, Coach Micah at Houghton, come talk to us for a few minutes. We're going to do things like that. We've got some special guests, some big-name coaches planned joining us. We're going to try to grab some players, but most importantly, Mike, we're going to try to give you the feel of what's going on in Trenton on Saturday afternoon.
What's going on in Trenton and what's going on in Michigan high school hockey. When these coaches sit down and talk to you, that's the first thing we're going to ask. Tell us about high school hockey. Why play high school hockey? Get those players in. What was your decision? How did you come to be playing hockey? Then, yeah, of course, the star of the day is going to be that weekend in Trenton and all the great games that are going to be going on.
So really looking forward to it. We'd love to see you out there, but if you can't make it, you know we got you covered. Check us out. We'll have Game Time Live, Catholic Central and Calumet, late Friday afternoon, and then Friday night, we've got Trenton and St. Edward, and then the crew will be out there on Saturday as we'll have a live edition. I'm terrified of live shows. A live edition of Hockey Time from Kennedy Arena. That's all the time we have. Many thanks to go out there to our entire staff. Most importantly, Chuck, who's always taking care of us. For Mike Iversel, my name is Sean Belegian saying until next time, we'll see you at the rink.
State Champs Hockey Time is presented by Alta Equipment Company. Also brought to you by Lawrence Technological University. 1-800-CALL-SAM. The MHSAA and the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association.